Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through cookies in servlets, guys. So how cookies are designed or how they are created and how they are deleted and how they store the data. So we'll be discussing all these things with some example, with one example in this lecture, guys. Okay. So in this lecture, we'll be just trying to write an example for collecting the data of the username of a user and storing it in your cookie and showcasing it when he comes later on. Okay. So basically, I hope everyone saw the lecture of PHP cookies, right? So the thing that I request you is to complete PHP first, guys. Like if you are preparing for your examination, first watch the PHP series. After that, come back to servlets, guys, because I'll be revising some kind of concepts that we discussed. They are only here also. So I'll be referring to that again and again. So to be at ease, please refer that videos first and then come back here. Okay. So cookie is nothing but a small piece of HTML code, you can say, guys. Okay. Which will be collecting your information, like your personal information or your entered information, what you are entering into the website will be stored here. So assume it is storing your username and password. Okay. So after some, so you logged in into your website with this username and password, and this username and password are also stored in this file, guys. So that file is called as cookie. So this cookie will be having the details of this website. So whenever you visit this website after 10 minutes or 15 minutes until this cookie died, if you open the website, automatically with the details which are available in it, like username and password, it will automatically make you log in, and once you open the website you will be logged in automatically. So the magic which is done by cookie. Okay, so this is just a small introduction, guys. You can go through the theory about that. Okay, so there are two types of cookies, guys. Okay, just give me a second, I'll be focusing it because I zoomed in the video. I should make sure that it's clear, guys. Okay, so there are two types of cookies, guys. One is a non-persistent and the other is persistent. So non-persistent is nothing but it is valid for a single use only, whereas persistence is means infinite uses. You cannot say infinite, multiple, we can say multiple uses. Okay, so non-persistent cookie, it is valid for a single session only. It is removed each time when user closes the browser. So once you close the browser, it will automatically get deleted, guys. Okay, persistent cookies, it is valid for multiple sessions. It is not removed each time when the user closes the browser. It is removed once the browser logs out or signs out from the account, right? Yes. So the major advantage of cookies is that these make the techniques which are simple and they maintain the client side, guys. So those are not maintained on the server side. Like you cannot get scared with these cookies. So they are on your system only. If someone hacks your system, then you should get scared, right? Yes. So they are not on the server side, to be on the safe side. So but the major disadvantage is that it will work if cookies is, it will not work if cookies are disabled in the browser. So sometimes we'll be disabling the cookies, right, and all those things. So in that situation you'll be having these issues. Okay, similarly only textual information can be stored in the cookie. So if you are transferring file or anything like that, those cannot be stored, guys. Only the textual information like your messages, you can say. Okay, so now you might be having a doubt that okay, so we got the idea now. So is there any class or anywhere from where we should import it? So yes, there is a class, javax.servlet.http.cookies. So that is a class which provides all the functionalities, guys. So if you want some kind of functionalities, the first functionality is nothing but cookie. So it constructs a cookie. Similarly, cookie string name, string value, so constructs a cookie with a specific name and value. So here you are indirectly creating a cookie with a name. So assume that you are giving a name equal to Ravi. So here you created a cookie with a name equal to Ravi, which is internally inside that cookie. Got it? Yes. Okay. So the next is nothing but a set max age. So I told you that it will be, okay, just give me a second. Okay, just a second, guys. I think, okay, just give me a second. Okay, now it's clear, right? Yes. Okay, so there are few more methods are nothing but set age. So I told you after some time these cookies will expire, right? So that expiry time is nothing but set age. So set a maximum age in seconds, remember that also. Okay, public string get a name. So returns the name of the cookie. The name cannot be changed after creation. Remember that also. So once you create a name for a cookie, you cannot change it, guys. Okay. So return string value, that's something to get the value, and set a name to change the name and to set the value. So these are some kind of basic functions. Okay. So now let us go through some kind of basic code, guys, so that it will be clear for you. Okay. So I told you are collecting the HTML file details, right? So you are collecting the user details. So basically, whenever someone says that he wants to collect some details and he is doing a web project, obviously he should use forms, guys. Okay. So we are starting a form, and here you wrote servlet1. Remember this, guys. So here this will be calling servlet1.java wherever it is. Okay. So I think here it is written wrong. It should be return first servlet.java, guys. Okay. So please replace it with that. Okay. So method is nothing but post. Post is nothing but, I told you, we will be posting in social media. So that is nothing but we are giving our data. So this is giving the data to this particular function or this particular servlet. Okay, sorry for that. Okay. So here you are printing the name and you are taking the username. So assume that the name is given as Ravi. Okay. So now this name has been passed into your Java code indirectly. So inside username it is there. So get parameter in double quotes. If you write username, you're gonna get the name Ravi. Okay. So you started the same by importing the files. Guys, we did discuss about some basic code in servlets, guys. Okay. So that's the reason why I'm just explaining you the outline only here. I'll be skipping the outline. So after that you created it and then you wrote in a try block. So basically the reason why you will be writing these kind of things in try block is that you are expecting errors to happen, guys. So there is a high chance that there is a occurrence of error. So that is the reason why you will always be enclosing them in a try and ending with catch. So if there is any error, it will be automatically cached and the message will be printed there. Okay, so then you indicated the content as HTML, you opened a writer class and observe here. So here we are requesting to get the parameter username. So username here now Ravi is in N. Okay, so now you just printed welcome plus N. That is nothing but welcome Ravi. So you invited him as welcome Ravi. Okay, so now we are creating cookie. So cookie CK. So CK is the object name. So new cookie u name. That is nothing but username comma name N. N is nothing but the name Ravi. So now u name is equals to name. That is nothing but Ravi. So u name equal to Ravi is available in our cookie. So response that add cookie CK. So basically this is CK, you are adding it into your cookie. So now it is added successfully into your cookie. So now you are printing servlet2. So servlet2 is nothing but second servlet.java, guys. So you are printing that and inside that you are printing the form and then you are closing the whole thing, right? Yes. So the second servlet program is in this way. So here you collected the data and you just printed a message welcome, right? Welcome the name, the guy name. Similarly, the second is nothing but here we are trying to get data from the cookie, guys. So we stored in the cookie, right? So it is safe now inside cookie. So how you can get it? So by using this method. Okay. So initially the same boilerplate code for and after that here is the cookie thing. So cookie CK is equals to request.getCookies. So whatever cookies are inside that all will be stored in an array. Remember that. Okay. So did we push anything inside, guys? This is our first push, right? So we pushed Ravi into it. So his details will be in index 0, right? Yes. So once you wrote index 0, you'll be writing dot get value. So you're trying to get the value. You're not trying to get the cookie name or anything, right? So you'll be getting the value directly and now Ravi is here. So you are printing hello Ravi. Okay. So now you might be asking that, okay, now is it done or anything you need to update again? So one more thing should be updated, guys. That is nothing but your XML file. Okay. So XML is nothing but extensible markup language, which is a user defined HTML, you can say. Okay. Okay. So when you are using Eclipse or any kind of software, this also will automatically get updated, guys. So the thing is that everything will be written previously in web.xml. You need to add these things, guys. Like you need to map your file twice. Inside servlet, you will be mapping your file, guys. Okay. Okay. So in this way. Okay. So initially you will be starting your servlet and you give the name and you give the class name. That is nothing but first servlet. So inside that you will be mapping your first servlet. Similarly, you will be doing for second servlet also. Okay guys, just to go through the code, when you are developing it, it will automatically be generated guys. That's the advantage when you will be using IDEs. Okay, so the output will be in this way. So you will be entering your name. Once you click go, it will be saying welcome. So if you enter it once, it's okay. If you try to do it second time, it will automatically show this page. It will not even ask for you the name guys, because we used cookie, right? So that is the advantage of cookie, right? Okay, so I hope everyone got some basic idea at least about cookies, right? Okay, so in the next lecture we will be going through sessions guys, like how they are designed and how you can make it happen. Okay, so let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks for watching.